Nothing important.
יש לנו פה שיעור תורה.
טבעות הארון יהיו עבדים לא יסורו ממנו. דווקא הארון, specifically Aaron, had to have the poles that they used to carry it with, had to be there the whole time. All the other kelim, not necessarily. Only the Aaron always needed to have the tabaot, the
poles.
abadim, right.
בדים או מה?
They're called badim. Atamakir bad. Your sweater is made out of badim also, but it's another word in Hebrew that has two different roots. Interesting, Taka. I didn't think about it till you said it. It's one of those words. So,
פרשת תרומה?
מה אתה אומר? Yeah, כן, תרומה. The shulchan, when you could put the badim when you need to carry it. You don't need to have it there all the time. Sefer Chinuch says it's a mitzvah lidorot. It's a commandment for all generations. Anytime that you didn't have an aron, you have to have the poles. So the Sefer Chinuch explains the aron is where we keep the Torah. It's the most important and the greatest honor. We have to treat it with the most respect. If chas v'shalom, you have to move the aron quickly. And in your haste and the commotion, you could lift it up without investigating if the poles are strong enough to withstand the weight. If chas v'shalom, it wasn't strong enough, the arm would fall. It would be a serious problem for the chabad of the Torah. So that's why properly engineered poles are inserted permanently, and you don't have to worry about this. The Abarbanel adds, it also allowed the Leviim to place their shoulders under the poles without having to touch the aron itself, because they're always there. Reb Shamshin Rafal Hirsch adds and expounds of having the poles permanently attached to the aron. The Gemara says that talks about the amount of space in the Kodesh HaKodashim, in the Holy of Holies. It was too small to have exactly the aron and the poles attached. And the front ends of the poles pushed on the pareiches. You were able to see the front ends of these badim, these poles pushing on the pareiches. So to anyone in the Kodesh, it's the evidence that the aron is there. You have to always be aware of the Torah, and this made everyone aware that the aron is there because you saw the poles pushing against the pareiches. It was necessary the aron always be in a state of immediate preparedness to transport it, if we need to move it. It's made clear that Torah and its mission are not bound or confined to one place. The Shulchan and Menorah are connected specifically to one place, and the Shulchan represents our Gashmias, Parnasa, and the Menorah, our Ruchnias, and intellectual life, and that can only be brightest in Eretz Yisrael, in the land of Eretz Yisrael. But the Torah can go to Chutz La'aretz outside Eretz Yisrael. Moshe Feinstein adds, those who undertook to take the yeshivas from Europe and brought them, they were Lasei Sa'aron, they did this mitzvah of Lasei Sa'aron, carrying the Torah. So the lesson of not removing the badim, the poles should not be removed. The Torah can be carried everywhere. Even nowadays, everywhere you have to carry the Torah. The measurements are interesting. In the aron, if you look, they're all half, 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. The Mizbeach, 1 by 2 by 2, full. And the shulchan's in between, 2 by 1 by 1.5. So between the menorah, the aron, and the shulchan, the aron has halves, 2.5 by 1.5 by 1.5. The mizbeach is 1 by 2 by 2, and the shulchan is 2 by 1 and then 1.5. So who is this from? Doesn't say. מה?
מה המידע?
מחלוקת. How many inches? 18, 19 inches.
Up to 20.
אבל לכל בן אדם זה אחר.
Up to 23. יש לך דעות up to 23 inches.
What is it, a hand?
מזה לפה שלי יותר גדול.
And that's like this, no? Supposed to be?
אם אני לא טועה זה מטר וחצי למטר, זה אמה, זה נראה לי, אם אני לא טועה זה היה פעם
between 1 foot and 2 foot.
רואים שזה היה מטר.
No,
It's like right
between 1 foot and 2 foot, right? What?
אם אני לא טועה אמה זה נחשב כמטר.
I'm saying the machlokes, you say up to 23. So what is the meaning
My
of?
man is bigger than yours.
Exactly. Mine is short, so average. So in between mine and yours. So if you think you're taller.
But in that time maybe everybody was tall.
Maybe.
Right, no one could tell you for sure unless till we find the Caleb. We can't tell you for sure how much it was,
People
how
in
many
Jerusalem
inches.
know.
No one will be able to tell you how many inches.
People in Jerusalem know the sizes of the.
If once we find the Caleb, we'll know exactly.
No, the people is actually active.
Machon HaMikdash,
Machon HaMikdash doing research it day and night. They're actually building now the badim, no bad. The badim.
Big day kuana.
No big day kuna, also the rugs.
Orochet, yiriyot.
יריות בתוך הבגדי.
Archaeologist, scientist.
No, that they have in Israel like organization. That's their job to always think about Ben HaMikdash because they want to destroy the Muslim one and build the.
So he says here, it doesn't say who says this, but it's that if you're looking at Torah, you should always look at yourself half less. You need to learn more. So the Aron is all halves. And we're trying. The Mizbeach is trying to make us do tshuva and be full. So it's all full. The Shulchan, why is it to have full and half? So in general, you should be happy with what you have. Look downwards, know how much you have that you're full. On the other hand, the third one that is fractional, that's a half, reminds us that we should limit our physical desires, our gashmis, the things that we only really need. Not have moistures, extras, too much extras, do half. That's why he says there's full and half in the Shulchan.